ladies and gentlemen, to another magical episode of DCity Live. I'm your host, David Alexander. I have some cool glasses for my ELO Jeff Lynne look, but I certainly cannot pull off their music. Fortunately, our band for tonight can. Strange Magic is the ultimate tribute to the legendary band ELO. They are a massive 9-member band that aims high and plays all the timeless hits you love. Strange Magic is a fitting tribute to an incredible band. Electric Light Orchestra is a world-famous band that was dubbed the Sons of the Beatles for their classic Beatlesque rock sound. Their main frontman and founder, Jeff Lynne, is an absolute legend in the music world, who went on to produce some of the biggest bands and songs, including producing music for none other than Beatles members Ringo Starr and George Harrison. No wonder ELO was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. DCity Live is excited to bring you Strange Magic, who will take you back to that magical time in rock history. So get your singing voices ready, because we got some more Strange Magic right after this.
Figure it out, gotta figure it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Strange Magic.
Hello, how are you? Have you been alright through all those lonely, 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 lonely nights? That's what I'd say. I'll tell you everything if you'd pick up that telephone. Are you still the same? Don't you realize the things we did were for real, not a dream? I just can't believe it's all fading out of view. Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, so no one is answering. Oh, can't you just let it ring a little longer, longer, longer? Whoa, I'll just sit tight through shadows of the light. Let it rain forevermore.
Like nights, do I do that? love you really gonna see it through. And I wonder why the little things are gonna come true. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight. Oh, telephone line, give me some time. I'm living in twilight.
All right, that was amazing. Hey, don't go anywhere because we got some more strange magic coming right back at you here on DCity Live.
My name is Pete Francescan, and I am the lead singer of a band called Strange Magic. We tribute the iconic tunes of Electric Light Orchestra. The concept of the Electric Light Orchestra came forth about, say, 2 years ago. We were working on a project doing a 70s AM music band, and we decided to go with Electric Light Orchestra because there's not many bands that could produce that kind of music. I mean, you hear the music, you think it's easy. It's a very complex music. Jeff Lynne, a genius in his writing skills. We're 9 members, and it took us a good 2 years to come up with this where we are right now. And I am happy with the project. I am happy with the bandmates. We have a great time, and we're out there doing our thing, and I believe people are going to be pleased by what they see and what they hear. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't claim to be Jeff Lynne. I don't play a guitar. We are here to do the music of the band. Please check us out. We should be coming into town near you, and we are Strange Magic, tributing the music of the Electric Light Orchestra. Thank you.
Welcome back, everybody, to DCity Live. Let's go down and hit the main stage, and we're gonna watch Strange Magic play Can't Get It Out of My Head.
Midnight on the water, I saw the ocean's daughter walking on the wave. She came, staring as she called my name, and I can't get it out of my head. No, I can't get it out of my head. Now my own
Welcome everyone to another DCity Live.
Where's Don? Don, I want it like this, Don. In slow motion. Look, look. I want it like this.
Honestly, that's how you know it's live. Woo! You broke that stick. You should have caught it.
Waiting to do some interview. Nobody's here. I guess I'll do the interview since nobody else is here. Even though I'm part of the crew.
Oh, you brought your pillows and your blankets. Well, you'll be sleeping here tonight. Nick the triangle and the keys coming out of my eye.
Don, we're killing it here. We got
Don, we got some great stuff, Don.
So we're just going to do the first line and then we'll move to the next one for you, okay?
Okay.
Line. This is what happens, Don. This is what happens, Don. You understand? It all goes.
I must spit my drink out.
I did my. Say it.
Switch to deep cut.
Well, who else is gonna be the host? I'm the only host. Are you gonna hire somebody else? Is that yes. Welcome back, everybody, to DCity Live. We have Strange Magic backstage right now. Gonna answer a couple questions. I love you guys. You guys sound incredible.
Thank you. Thanks.
So how did this begin? How did you say we gotta tribute ELO? I mean, they're legendary. They're like one of the greatest bands of all time.
Yes, they are, and I will tell you this. I've been listening to them since the early '70s, and I got to be honest with you. I never thought this day would come that I'd be tributing, doing the iconic music of the Electric Light Orchestra. But speaking about the music, I'm going to pass it over to these gentlemen here who know the music and how difficult it is to play. Steve?
That's very true, Pete. It was Pete's idea. As soon as he presented it to me, he asked me about, would I be interested in doing it? I said yes right away. Then I started listening to the music. The music's incredible. It's great. It's complex. You think it's going to be simple until you sit down as a musician and you start to break it apart into its elements.
Right.
And then you realize how difficult a lot of it really is. Jeff Lynne's, he's a musical genius.
Right.
And the stuff is a lot more complex than it is. And we spent a lot of time learning the songs. Yeah. And every time we play the song, I think we hear something different and we refine it just a little bit more. Yeah. And so it's been getting better and better over time.
Definitely a work in progress, constantly. Yeah. Constantly getting better and better as we go along.
It makes you better.
But it's very complex. It's very complex music, especially when you're playing bass and singing. It's these little tricky bass lines and you're playing a root note maybe and then you're singing a 7. Right. So it's kind of it's incredible. Right. It really is.
Let me just say, the thing with the ELO is that brings it to the forefront is the backing vocals. When you hear that, you know it's ELO.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I mean, if you listen to their songs, all that backing vocal, all that operatic stuff and everything, but that backing vocal, that vibrato that they put out there, you know it's ELO. That's what distinguishes this band from others. I got to tell you, it's I like to turn the camera over here to Mr. Mike Giordano, the drummer of the band. Okay.
It's awesome to be a part of something so amazing. I started this with the band last year as a sub-in drummer, and I was really nervous at that time. I'm not gonna lie. Nick presented me, who's our keyboard player. He presented me with so much music. It's like a set list of like 20 songs, and it's like, hey, we have rehearsal next Wednesday. Go home and learn it. And I'm like, what? And I'm sitting at home, and I'm like, oh my god, okay, some of these tunes I know, but some of them are so complex, and you really can't mess around with it. You gotta really dig deep, and you gotta really, really listen. You can't fake it. ELO is a band that you cannot fake.
You can't. That's one thing we learned for sure. It's like, we've all played in other bands, and many musicians, you can kind of find your way through a song if you have a certain skill level. The problem is with the arrangements, they never fall into standard musical form. they're always going someplace different.
No, not to change the subject. When I first started playing with the band, I'm not gonna lie to you. I was never really big into ELO. But when the first time I sat behind these guys at rehearsal and I just started playing with the full band, I was like, oh my God, this is something completely different. This is this is incredible, and it works.
And I will say, he really brought his game to this project. I got to tell you, I had all faith in that. I mean, he's in various bands, and he's just a fun guy to play with, So yeah.
Now, the music is very complex. So you guys, you have quite the team. 9 members right now, possibly could be growing.
Yes,
more.
maybe, we'll
eventually.
See. It's a big
Right.
group.
So you guys took it upon yourself to say we need that orchestra area of the band, and then we also need the keyboard area of the band.
Yeah, that's a must.
Yeah.
The cello, the violin, the keyboards, they're the.
Because Jeff Lynne has a huge band himself.
Well, right now he's got a huge band, but he didn't have that back in the 70s. Right. He was a 6-piece band.
Right.
And his magic came in the studio. I mean, yes, he did stuff live, but he'll say it now that with this massive band that he's got, and they are brilliant. I mean, he's got them.
He's in the pick of the litter.
It's exactly like the album.
Right.
You can't. It doesn't deviate from what that was and what his dream was. And I got to be honest with you, he made a comeback. Not a lot of people could do that.
Right.
And he came back, and he's coming back strong. He sells out arenas and does his thing, and it's a great project. I'm not going to lie to you. The music is something.
It's next level.
Yes, it's something else.
Now, also, he had quite the career and a tremendous amount of albums. So you guys have not just a tall order of learning songs, but picking songs as well. Like which ones? Now, how do you guys go about doing that? Now, are you just gonna go pick the hits? Do you kind of pick something obscure?
Well,
Pete likes to go obscure.
I will say this. I threw some. Listen, I picked up albums back in the early 70s. I started to listen to them. I have my musical talent, tastes is all over the place. But I'm a ballad man.
Okay.
I love the soft stuff. And the ballads, that it showcases, you can't hide from the ballad. You're open, you're vulnerable to people hear everything in there. The music, it's very hard for me to even explain. I mean, I just like the ballads, but I love oddities too. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that he doesn't play anymore that I brought a thought to these guys, but I got to tell you, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
They've pulled it off. The music, especially one song, Shangri-La, off the. I'm going to be honest with you. I remember that song from the when the album came out, and it stuck to me.
Yeah.
And when I brought it forth, right away, we played it, and I got to tell you, even Mike, he does a fabulous job, and it took us some time to get the timing down and everything. But I got to be honest with you, it's stuff like that turns me on, and
we want to cater to what people also want to hear. We play all the classics. We play all the songs that people recognize, but we also throw surprises and songs that people barely hear anymore from ELO. That songs that ELO doesn't do live, and we surprise them with those hits, and people are like, oh my God, wow, I haven't heard that song since it first came out on the radio.
Right.
So it's a little bit of everything.
Now, they even had a moment in time with their albums where they touched in the disco era, and they had hits that were kind of a little bit more dancey.
Well,
do you guys throw that in as well?
We do, and we
Xanadu.
do it beautiful. Xanadu was, they asked him to write for a movie.
Right.
And he did. And you'll hear 2 versions. You'll hear the version with Olivia Newton-John, but ELO is backing them up, and it's them.
Right.
It's them, and then you'll hear it on their album, Xanadu, with he brought it down a little bit, did his thing, but that's the kind of guy he is. I mean, and Xanadu's a great song, and by the way, he said that was his favorite song.
Oh wow.
Jeff Lynne. So we try to stick with the hits.
Right.
What people know.
Right.
And what listen, everybody heard something. Everybody heard sometime or one another. In their life they heard an ELO song.
I feel like ELO is one of those bands that are so incredibly influential, and I was talking to Steve before about it. you know how, I've had friends tell me, oh, this is such a great Queen song, and I go, this is not Queen, this is ELO.
The sounds are so similar. Sounds are so
it's
similar.
funny you guys brought that up because I'm going to tell you this, and this is the only time it happened to me.
Right.
Back in the day, a band called Sweet
Okay.
came out with a song called Love is Like Oxygen. When I heard that, I could have swore and bet everything I owned that was ELO because of the vibrato and the way they were singing. When I found out it wasn't them, it kind of threw me off. But that's the only time. But that's what I mean. Their sound is so iconic that, I mean, that song there, if you listen to it, that Love is Like Oxygen, it sounds kind of ELO-ish.
Right. And they were influenced by the Beatles, so it took it to a next level. It's like they carried the torch to the next level. That's great, guys. Yeah, I mean, you guys are really doing it up with an incredible band. So I mean, like, things are opening up now. So you guys have anything planned going forward? Or you guys gonna start gigging?
We got some gigs. We got gigs
some
coming.
stuff lined up?
Yeah, but to handle this 9-piece, it takes a certain venue.
Right.
And we're looking for like kind of theater settings, big stage, because we also have a light show and a visual to put, because it's electric light orchestra. There's not a lot of movement. If you look at the band itself, they're not jumping around and acrobat. They're not doing that. It's all about the music.
Right.
It's all about the lights, electric light orchestra. That's what it's about. That's why tonight with the smoke going and the whole.
You guys put on the show. That's awesome. All right, let's hit the main stage where we can hear your last song, Mr. Blue Sky, right? All right, let's check it out. Strange Magic is Pete Francescan, vocals, Steve Jaworski on guitar, Sal Cicerelli on bass, Bob Giovanna on keys, Nick Troiani on keys, Nicole Case backing vocals, Mike Giordano on drums, Karen Wright Schilling on violin, Janet Holmes on cello.
Blue sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. So where did we go wrong? Mr. Blue Sky, please tell us why you had to hide away for so long. So where did we go wrong? Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Hey there, Mr. Blue, we're so pleased to be with you. Look around, see what you do. Everybody smiles at you. Mr. Blue, you did it right, but soon comes Mr. Night, creeping over like his hand.
that was incredible, guys. Thank you so much, hey, for watching this episode of DCity Live. I want to thank Strange Magic for absolutely putting on an amazing show tonight. I really loved it. As usual, I'm David Alexander, and we will catch you on the next episode of DCity Live. Take care. Want to know how to get your band here on the DCity Live stage? Just send an email to dcitystudios@gmail.com or call 1-844-MY-DCity and get your band booked, and we'll see you on the next episode.